How I love the smell of freshly mowed grass. Good morning, I'm on my morning bike ride, and today I would like to talk about, are your habits supporting or sabotaging your goals? Are your habits supporting or sabotaging your goals? So it is the beginning of April, and I look at the list of my goals that I written in the beginning of the year, and I just have to ask myself honestly and honestly answer this question. Are my habits supporting my goals, or are my habits sabotaging my goals? Habits build our days, our years, and our life. Habits also are responsible for making things happen. So when you take a look at the goals that you had that were not accomplished, look specifically at the habits, at your daily habits, at the regular habits that sabotage accomplishing that goal. Maybe you want to exercise in the morning, but you would rather stay in bed. Maybe you want to write something, but you would rather do something that is easier. What helps in creating a better habit that is going to support your goal, is to look at the instant gratification and delayed gratification. If you do not want to sit down to do the work, or if you do not want to get up to do the work, what is it that you would rather do? I bet this is something that is going to give you immediate pleasure, instant gratification. So here lies the secret. Just master the art of delaying your gratification, and look at your habits not as something that should give you results right away, but something that will give you results down the road, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, years from now. Because the worst thing that may happen is that we look back at the time that we wasted for those things that give us instant gratification and have a feeling of regret. So I am not talking about, the habits and the goals, how the habits sabotage or support our goals because I mastered that art. No, actually, it's very hard for me to finish things. I have all sorts of inner obstacles to make things work, and yet I am able to accomplish something. I am able to finish something. So it's clear to me how much persistence everything takes. For example, for the past 2 days, I written down exactly what I want to do in a day, and that should be easy to do. And yet, nothing got done because life happens, because I was fixing my computer myself for the past few days. Moments like this, when you say, you know what, I set this goal, I didn't accomplish this, I feel so drained. But in moments like this, it's very important to remember about persistence and being stubborn in accomplishing our goals. Because if you really want to do something, if you really know that you find fulfillment in this specific thing that you are working on, and it takes long time to accomplish, giving up is never an option. Giving up is never an option. So think about this. Maybe you have a goal that you have been delaying working on, and it's been weeks or months since you set this goal and nothing is happening. How are you going to feel about it a year from now if you are not going to start working on it? You will be disappointed. You will be disappointed in yourself, which is the worst kind of disappointment, and you will maybe have a regret over the wasted time. So that's why it is essential to sit down and look at the habits. And there are different habits. There are habits that we have around how we manage our time, how we think about our time, and how we manage the tasks we have that are involved. There are mental habits. For example, how are we setting boundaries around our time? I know it's very difficult, especially for women. I don't know about guys, but for women, it feels like if we want to do something for ourselves, it feels like we have to steal our own time to do our work, and we have to protect it. And there are also mental habits about what's happening in your mind: perfectionism, fear of judgment, self-criticism. Why am I even doing this? Look at this as just craziness. So next time I'm going to have an attack of self-criticism, I'm just going to think that this is craziness, and has to be disregarded. So anytime you have any self-doubt in what you are doing, just disregard. Anytime you feel guilty about doing the work that you really want to do, but you feel guilty because you think you should be doing something else, disregard. This is just craziness. But the truth is, if you want to do something, you are meant to do it. If you have desire to do something, you have to do this. If you find fulfillment in doing something, you have to do everything. Even if it feels selfish to you in the beginning, you have to do everything to make this work. Habits. Look at the goals that you have accomplished so far. Look at what contributed to accomplishment of those goals, and also look at the goals that you have not accomplished, that were not finished, and look at what prevented you from accomplishing them, what prevented you from working on them. So again, it is the habits that we have around our time. We have the habits about how we think about time and what we can do. We have the habits that are mental habits about how we think about ourselves and the task. So look at them and change them to empowering habits that will support your goal. Leave me a comment below the blog or below the video about the one goal that you want to accomplish in the next month, and let me know what habits you are going to engage in the process. Take care.